What is going on, guys? Fish here with something new on the channel. We got a track showcase featuring the NoCal MX by KeLLz. It just dropped on the shop recently, so I decided to give it a little bit of a rip for myself after seeing it all over TikTok. But yeah, it kind of intrigued me, this really seems like a step up from KeLLz's usual game. There's a lot of roughness, there's a lot of nice ruts, but pretty challenging on the pro version of the track because there is an AMS version. So if you do like this content and want to see more, please like and subscribe. But with that being said, let's get in the video, boys. So yeah, as I said in the intro, when I saw this track being played by a lot of people, I was a little intrigued by it because it didn't look like a typical KeLLz track. In the past, I typically have not rode KeLLz tracks or typically not wanted to ride them because a lot of the ruts were rounded and the roughness was in weird spots. But when I saw this video in a lot of people's live streams, it didn't look like a typical KeLLz track, so I actually wanted to check it out and ride around it. So we're going to take a few laps to get used to the track here. This already feels pretty good. I like the way the ruts aren't super rounded. It looks like they might hold you really well. And the roughness makes a little more sense. So that corner's a little sharper. Let's talk about SMX for a couple seconds here. So what in God's name was Deegan thinking, guys? He went absolutely bonkers on Joe there. Joe, all he needed to do, I'm pretty sure, was finish top 3 that last moto. And, he was already in first. So I don't think what Hayden did can really be justified, in all honesty. And I acknowledge talent when I see it. Hayden is very talented when it comes to the 250 class. I mean, taking him and Joe out, it just wasn't worth it, in my opinion. There's a lot of money on the line. You have a lot of sponsors, Nothing against him. It was just very unprofessional, in my opinion. We're spinning a couple laps here, trying to get used to it. I do like these ruts. They don't, oh, that's a turn. But yeah, as I was trying to say, they don't feel like typical. This doesn't feel like a KeLLz track. Like, if you threw me on this and told me it was a KeLLz track, I don't think I would have believed you, in all honesty. Oh, so it would appear I've already completed a lap at some point. I know this line isn't faster, but it's definitely kicking you like a KeLLz track, so maybe standing up is going to be a better option. But, yep, that can be tripled. I remember this being pretty sharp last lap. Yep. But yeah, with Supercross coming up, I would like to hear some of you guys' opinions on what you think is going to happen. I think, in my personal opinion, I think Jet is pretty good going in, Oh, and another topic I've kind of skimmed over, talking about Deegan's crash out, was Chase. No footage of his crash anywhere, and not a whole lot of talk about it either. Broke his back. That's pretty hard to keep under the rugs, in all honesty. I'll try to get locked in on the track here a little bit. Might need a little bit of a softer setup for this roughness, but these ruts are holding me great. I don't really see... This doesn't feel like a KeLLz track at all. Oh, are these hail bills real? Yep, most certainly are. So, and for a little bit of info, we are on the day 2 version. There is a day 1 and a day 2 version. I looked at day 1. It's basically just this version, but not as rough. So if you guys, it's like it's like in the 2024 IRL season, they did the AMS version and the pro version. So it kind of looks like it's that kind of deal. Let's try this outside. Yeah, so it looks like the outsides aren't as built up as some of the inside ruts, so the inside's probably gonna be a little better. But man, it is rough. It is rough in some of these corners. I'm running a fairly stiff suspension right now because I'm running an SMX hybrid. I should probably change that now that I think about it. So let's see if this makes it any better. This is actually an outdoor setup. Yeah, it already feels a little bit better in these bumps, in all honesty. I was running a hybrid setup for the SMX, which I didn't even get to race the last round because I made a dum-dum. I didn't make the first round of SMX. I'm not exactly fast at this game. Oh, that's a triple, I forgot. As I said, I'm not exactly fast in this game. I'm more of a consistent guy. I can't really hot lap that well, so getting into races is my big problem. But once I'm there, I typically do pretty good just by not crashing. But first round at SMX, completely goofed that. Missed the main event by 1 spot in the LCQ. Second round, got in pretty safe in EU. I always forget that's actually not that big. I think I have decided that for the Supercross season, I am going to be racing EU because I'm not a huge fan of the idea of people having a track for 5 hours and being able to just no life it for 5 hours, because unfortunately I have ADHD and just will not be able to stay committed to grinding a track for 5 hours straight. That just is not in my agenda to do. But we are on the Fancic 450 here. I kind of have picked this bike as my Supercross bike. Oop. But we are on the Fancic 450 here. I kind of have decided this is going to be my Supercross bike. I did a lot of testing. This is the bike I kind of landed on. I think it handles the best for me and my riding style when it comes to Supercross specifically. Haven't done a whole lot of outdoor testing. That corner is rough. Haven't done a whole lot of outdoor testing on it, in all honesty. I think I've only really ridden outdoors in stream once in a while. But this is probably like the first time I've actually legitimately rode an outdoor track on the Fancic. That inside line is nice. But yeah, I think this is a nice track. I can see this definitely being a lot of fun with friends and stuff. I can see this definitely going up in the servers a good bit. Like, no doubt in my mind, we'll start seeing this pretty regularly in the servers. But I'm going to try to learn the track here. Oop. But we're going to try to actually buckle down and learn the track here for a lap. And then we'll go check out that Supercross track. I don't know what's going to be good on this track at all. You know, again, I'm not a hot lap person. I'm just going to try to put together a half-decent lap for you guys. And we'll move on. Also, the main reason I'm kind of doing this style of video is because I've seen this, god damn, that's so small! But again, the main reason I'm doing this kind of video is I've seen this video a lot on the TikTok side of things, the TikTok streams in the game. I just haven't seen an actual video on it, so I wanted to take a little time tonight before I go to bed to like actually maybe showcase it, get it out there before anyone else does. I think that'd be kind of cool. We're going to zone in for a hot lap here, and we'll see you guys in a little bit. So 213, I really don't know if that's any good. I was just trying to be smooth around the track and be smooth with it and just kind of flow around. I don't really think that's awful on this track. Again, I don't really know what is fast because I just got it, but yeah. I'm definitely gonna have some open servers, some open lobbies in this track while I stream. This track is definitely fun, and I have a feeling it would be a lot of fun to like actually ride with people in the server. So yeah, I love it visually. KeLLz usually, from my personal experience, KeLLz usually has better visuals on the track than like actual like riding physics, but I do love the fact that it looks like he spent a lot of time working on the way he designs his ruts and working on the way he puts his roughness in. So yeah, I'm gonna give this Nationals track like an 8.5 to 9 out of 10 for sure. It's a lot of fun. It's definitely flowy, but I know Das, one of our riders, owner of Aptos, he's making an edit on this track at the time of recording. So yeah, let's move on to the Supercross track and see what that is all about. So what up, guys? Here we are on the SX track of NorCal MX. So, oh, this is interesting. This is sick. So yeah, I don't believe this is a replica of anything based off what I just saw, but again, just gonna do a couple laps here and check this out. It's small, but definitely go triple, maybe quad onto the table or over it and just go double. Where am I going? Is this the track? I don't think this is the track. We'll just hop on right here because I just got completely and utterly lost. Oh, I can definitely see some fun passes being made in this corner. So yeah, let's try to get back on track here before we got lost. So SX tracks, as we all know, I am not the fastest when it comes to Supercross. Am I even on the SX track? No, this has to be the SX track, but I am 100% more of a outdoors guy. That's where I got most of my like decent placements in pro in this game. So let's try this triple quad onto. Where does it? Do you just U-turn? Okay, yeah, that makes the most sense. But all of my pretty much like good placements in this game came from outdoors. Trying to be a little more consistent. I have the consistency pace down. I just don't have the hot lap ability that some of these guys have. Like, some of these guys can put down insane laps. But yeah, my race pace is definitely there. The hot lap, we need to work on that because that's how you get into the races, you know. Once I get it, as I was saying, once I get in, I'm usually pretty okay. I run my pace. I don't try to do anything too dumb. But you know, there's definitely some clips of me being stupid, so sorry about that, but yeah. Okay, so you can just send this. Yeah, this is fun. So this track's definitely cool. It's not a traditional Supercross track by any stretch of the imagination from what I've seen so far. It's pretty flowy. It doesn't seem too technical. Yeah, that's definitely fun. It's definitely cool seeing like how we can jump over the entire track. I wonder if you can quad into this. Like there's little rollers right there. So this should be triple, get onto the table, jump off. You can use this as a bank and just U-turn. Is that the track? I haven't triggered a timing gate yet, I don't believe. Let me turn my map on real quick. That might be of use. Okay, yeah. So you do just go back down right there. All right, this is the finish line right here. Brap. So we gotta figure out what to do through here now. Oh, this is kind of straightforward, just double. And jump into this. And this was the weird section. You just go on, off, quad maybe? I can see that being doable. Definitely triple out here, triple up, and just kind of send it from here. All right. So I can definitely see that being the lines. I don't think there's anything too unrealistically available to do on this track, like massive Hail Mary send it lines in all honesty, but click up in the fourth and just launch it. Yeah, that jump's definitely a lot of fun. I just set into the triple here, get into second, get up into fourth for the whoops, drop it back down to third. I'm gonna go into second. Get onto this table. We can actually probably get over that table and just go double. So yeah, probably should try to rail that little bank there a little better. We might, hold on, you know, just out of curiosity. Let's say we cut down into that. Nope, okay. So let's say we're in this corner. We cut down a little better. Yeah, which isn't a too big of a time killer. Come into this, kind of rail this. You can definitely get on that if you get a better run up to it. All right, so let's try to put a little lap in right now while we're talking. So with SMX done, I know we have a pretty long break to like actual Supercross. So I'm curious as to what like everyone's gonna do. I know there's a lot of series in this game for people to do, but I'm still like curious for myself, like what everyone's gonna do. Ooh. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can quad that, but yeah, that's tripleable if you get a better run. But there's a lot of series, there's a lot of off-season stuff we can do. We can keep ourselves occupied with, in all honesty. So probably gonna be a lot of that, but I am a pretty distraught at like what to stream, because usually my stream schedule is pretty wonky, unless it's like race day. So like CCRL, MXOR, stuff like that. But I don't really know. Like a lot of the series are we're gonna have to find some stuff to do in the off season for sure. See if we can get a. I think I'm in second gear. Yep. See if we can quad. Ooh, that's a stretch. I don't really know if it's faster, but it allows us to hug that inside, which might be faster. So let's try to come out here, get onto this. All right. Yeah, so far, you know, pretty much every aspect of this place has been really fun. I can definitely see the reason he made like an AMS version, because that national track is pretty rough in some sections, in some of the corners especially. I am happy to see that like he's giving attention to not just like the good players in the game, you know, some of the AM or novice riders are getting some love too, so that's good. We're gonna actually try to sit down and get a lap instead of talking, because talking messes me up a little bit, so we'll see you guys during that lap. Alright, so 120 was, I doubt it's the fastest I could get, but it's definitely the cleanest. It shows off the track fairly well, I would say. Pretty straightforward Supercross track, though. I'm assuming you could actually quad that in some way. I think I cheesed this section a little bit during my lap. I went off the track a little bit, but the lap still counted, so, you know, fight me. But, yeah, I think this is a really good compound that KeLLz made here. I think that is going to conclude the little track showcase. I've never done one of these before, so if they weren't up to par as like the other guys like Linz and Trojan who do them, I'm sorry, but I don't think I went into a whole lot of detail on what's going on around the track. I just kind of showcased the tracks. It definitely looks like this is a track that's designed to be like a private track on somebody's land. As you can see, we have some roads over here, so it's definitely like supposed to be. These are some actually high detailed road. Amazing job. This is a very fun compound. 100% worth, I would say, the $2.50 that it is on the shop. But I think that's going to do it for the first video, and we will see y'all later.